Hello and welcome to episode bloody 100 of Raw and Score Trivia, the trivia podcast made by an all-powerful quizzard with endless trivia power. I'll even prove it. Ask me any trivia question and I'll get it right. Really do it. Paris. God, I hope someone asked the capital of France and is freaking out right now. Welcome to the 100th episode 100 Point Spectacular. This episode is the first ever episode where we're not scoring out of 35 points. How weird. I'll explain how we're getting to 100 points later on, but how crazy that we've had 100 episodes. That means I've sat myself in a room by myself and asked and answered 2,000 trivia questions, just in question rounds. I've come up with 100 stupid jokes about how scary the hard trivia question is, and 2 or 3 of them were even funny. The document where I write the episodes up is now 106,000 words long. That's legit the same length as The Great Gatsby, and I think we can all agree that Raw and Score is of a much higher quality. Thanks for sticking with me for 100 episodes for God knows what reason. If this is the first episode you've ever listened to, you've done absolutely nothing to deserve the thanks I just give you. That means you have to listen to them all now. You owe me because of the free thanks. We are scoring out of 100 points this episode. We are going to have 3 question rounds, each with 20 questions in it worth a point each. We're going to have 2 insanely, disgustingly hard trivia questions worth 5 points each. We'll have 3 bonus rounds worth 5 points each, and I've picked some crowd favourites for this episode. We'll also play a game throughout each of the question rounds, which are worth 5 points each as well. Hold on, let me just check. Yep, I'm pretty sure that adds up to 100 points. I do usually say that this is the trivia podcast where you don't need a pen and paper, but unless you live very close to a nuclear power plant and have enough fingers to keep track of your score to 100 this episode, you'll probably need something to tally your score. Alright, the game that we're playing throughout the first question round is the Thematic 3. In this game, you need to listen for the questions and answers for questions 1, 10, and 20 for some sort of theme or something that they have in common. The theme could be that all of the answers are the names of characters from The Simpsons, or they could be that they all have 3 letters in them. It could be anything. Your job is to work out the theme, and if you do, you get 5 points. So, remember to listen out for questions 1, 10, and 20 for a theme in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. What is the best-selling car produced by the car brand Honda? The Civic. Question 2. Which country has beef stroganoff as a national dish? That would be Russia. How good is a stroggy dog? I don't think I've ever had a bad stroggy dog. Question 3. What flavour makes up the base of ketchup? Tomato. Question 4. Which continent has the largest population of tapirs? That is South America. If you've never looked up a baby tapir, do it right now. They're actually stupidly cute. Question 5. What type of creature is Sonic, the blue video game and movie character? Sonic. Sonic is a hedgehog. Everyone knows hedgehogs are blue. Question 6. According to multiple sources, what is Kellogg's best-selling breakfast cereal? Their best-selling cereal is Frosted Flakes. I had to check multiple sources because it doesn't seem right, does it? I haven't eaten cereal in over 10 years, so maybe I'm just out of touch with cereal trends. Question 7. At what temperature does water boil at sea level? You can answer in Celsius or Fahrenheit. 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Just admit Celsius is better, America. Question 8. What is the chemical symbol for the element sodium? It is Na. Did you get that wrong? Well, nah. I don't like myself. Question 9. What would you call an irrational fear of fire? This one's guessable. It was pyrophobia. Question 10. The controversial Netflix drama 13 Reasons Why revolves around teenagers finding recordings belonging to their friend who had taken their own life. What was the first name of the character who took her own life? Hannah. Question 11. In which year was the stock market crash that began the Great Depression? That was 1929. Question 12. If an octagon has equal sides that are all 2 centimetres long, what is the perimeter of the shape? Two centimetres times 8 sides is 16 centimetres. Question 13. Which country is hosting the 2027 Men's Rugby World Cup? Australia. Question 14. Which ocean lies to the east of North America? That's the Atlantic Ocean. Question 15. What is the capital city of the United States of America? Washington, D.C. The D.C. stands for De Capital. It's actually District of Columbia, if you're wondering. Question 16. Ariana Grande recently sparked untrue rumours that she was in a non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship with which person? It's a mouthful. It was Cynthia Erivo. A non-demi-curious, semi-binary relationship must be the reason they invented the It's Complicated button on Facebook. Question 17. The Beautiful People, Sweet Dreams, and The Fight Song are all songs by which alternative singer? They are all by Marilyn Manson. I've seen him live twice, and both times he was too cooked to perform. Was still quite entertaining, to be fair. Question 18. If a teenager says you are the GOAT, what might the letters GOAT actually stand for? The greatest of all time. For example, I am the GOAT of Mario Party 3. I know it's ridiculous, but I actually 100% believe that. Question 19. Goldie, Andy C, and Pendulum are all mainly known for producing which genre of electronic music? Drum and bass. And question 20. A radio detection and ranging system is better known as what? Radio detection and ranging system. That is known as radar. All right, that's it for the first question round. But did you remember we were playing Thematic 3? I asked you to listen for questions 1, 10, and 20 for some sort of theme or something that they have in common. Lock in what you think the theme was now. So, the first question was Honda's best-selling car, and the answer was Civic. Question 10 was about 13 reasons why, the main character, and the answer was Hannah. And question 20 was asking what radio detection and ranging system is better known as, and that is radar. Civic, Hannah, and radar are all palindromes, which means they're spelt the same forwards as they are backwards. It's one of those ones where I don't know if it's super obvious or super tricky. So give yourself 5 points if you got it, and I don't know how much kudos to give you, because I'm not sure if it's hard or easy, but well done. So, having an episode that is triple as long means we get triple the amount of ads. Now, at the moment, that number is still 0, but I am wishfully going to leave the 3-second space here anyway. No, I'm not delusional. We'll be back in a moment with the stupidly hard trivia question and a bonus round for this episode. The first bonus round is going to be hearing double. See you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for the question I have to wear an adult diaper every time I read it because, well, you can probably work out why. The really hard trivia question. Okay, I've got a stupidly hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. Which country has the longest official name of any country by letter count? Which country has the longest official name of any country by letter count? Just to be clear, to get the answer right, you must say the full name of the country correctly. There's no half points for being close in the hard question for anyone new. It's all or nothing. Okay, so Iraq has 4 letters. Are there any with 5 letters? Oh, yeah, China. Yeah, must be China. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds to think about that. Okay, that's the time I'm going to give you. The longest official country name by letter count is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I was going in the complete wrong direction for this. I'm going like, oh, Uzbekistan, that sounds pretty long. Afghanistan, all the stans really, they're pretty long. Nope. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Give yourself 5 points if you got that one right. And that brings us to the first bonus round of the episode. This one is hearing double. In this bonus round, I'm going to read 2 questions at the same time using my magical Quizzed powers. Your job is to listen to them both and answer them both. You get half a point per question, so if you get both right, you get a full point. The questions aren't going to be the world's hardest questions in the world. This is about multitasking. Obviously, you're not allowed to rewind and listen again. Okay, answer both the questions. That's all there is to it. Hearing double, starting now. Questions 1. Generally, Athens is the capital city of Superman's country? Okay, one of the questions there was what colour is Superman's cape generally? And the answer was red. And the other one was Athens is the capital city of which country? And the answer was Greece. Questions 2. How many faces across a triangular pyramid have? A mule is a cross between a donkey and a horse, and a triangular pyramid has 4 faces, 1 on the base and 3 meeting at a tip. And question 3 is a goddamn double. Finish the lyric. You can't tell me this isn't the best 100th episode of any podcast ever. Come on. Finish the lyric. You are, but I won't my fire, hesitate, no desire, no believe it when I say wait. Okay, the first lyric you needed was, I'm yours. And the second lyric you needed was, I want it that way. Haven't listened yet, but I know that they would have sounded awful together. So you're welcome for that. Questions 4. Which two car brand makes the model Camry mixed? Toyota makes the Camry, and the two primary colours used to make purple are blue and red. And questions 5, listen closely because these ones are silly. I'm at a Chinese restaurant and ordered the Mongolian beef, which was $14, 3 spring rolls, which were $2 each, some honey prawns, which were $18, and a deep fried ice cream, which was $3.50. Don't worry about the prices, just tell me the dishes that I ordered. Okay, so the first one was, I'm just going to read it verbatim. I'm at a Chinese restaurant and ordered the Mongolian beef, which was $14, 3 spring rolls, which were $2 each, some honey prawns, which were $18, and a deep fried ice cream, which was $3.50. Don't worry about the prices, just tell me the dishes I ordered. And the answer was Mongolian beef, 3 spring rolls, honey prawns, and a deep fried ice cream. And the other one was, what is the opposite of the word I'm about to spell? And I went optimistic. The word was optimistic, and the opposite of that word is pessimistic. Oh man, I'm sorry, but one of my favourite things to write in this show are the stupidly convoluted hearing double questions. Most of what keeps me doing this show is writing stupid things that I know are going to annoy some people on the other side of the world. What a power I wield. Well done if you got that one right, because I don't know. I don't even know if anyone could. Now we are coming up to question round number 2 in our 100-point spectacular. In this question round, the game we're playing throughout is Fake Fact. In this game, one of my questions and answers is going to be completely untrue. Your job is to call out Fake Fact when you hear the untrue question. You only get to yell out Fake Fact once, so don't waste your shot, and you're not going to get very much time to yell it out, so don't waste it. If you can pick up on my fake fact, you get 5 points. Okay, so remember to listen out for a fake fact in the second question round, which is starting now. Question 1. What do you call a baby chicken? A chick. Question 2. What country's flag has a large red circle which is slightly off centre on a green background? That is the flag of Bangladesh. Question 3. Who sung the 1999 hit No Scrubs? TLC. Question 4. Which singer had a 2008 hit with Poker Face? That was Lady Gaga. Have you heard how she snuck swear words in there and no one noticed? Apparently it's poker face for F her face. Listen to it, it totally does sound like that. Sneaking a cheeky swear into something is one of the pure joys of life, I reckon. Question 5. Which note is flat in an F major scale? B flat. Question 6. In the TV show King of the Hill, what is the name of Hank's wife? Her name is Peggy Hill. If you don't like King of the Hill, I'm sorry, but I won't be your friend unless you give it another chance. Question 7. Which 2 cities did America drop nuclear bombs on in 1945? It was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Question 8. In which movie series would you find the characters Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, and Thanos? The Avengers. Question 9. Which element on the periodic table uses the chemical symbol Ag? A for Atlas, G for Greg. Ag is silver for some reason. Question 10. In the TV show Family Guy, Peter Griffin often has over-the-top cinematic fights with which animal? A chicken. Honestly, better fight scenes than most superhero movies. Question 11. What element on the periodic table is the most common cleaning chemical used in household pools? Chlorine. Question 12. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet? Omega. Question 13. What is the best-selling pen of all time? As in a pen that you write with. It is the Bic Crystal Ballpoint Pen. If you said Bic and you're imagining that classic see-through pen but did not say crystal, you can totally have the point, because who has ever called it a crystal pen? Question 14. Which planet in our solar system passed between the Earth and the Moon in 1671? Mercury. This event will not repeat itself for another 44 billion years. And even then it won't repeat itself, because that is the fake fact. A planet did not pass between the Earth and the Moon. We would all be dead if it did. 5 points to you if you picked up on that fake fact, and if you didn't, you should probably start taking actions to get your life back on track, because something somewhere has gone very, very wrong. Alright, here's the real question 14. In which country would you find the Arc de Triomphe? You would find that in France. Question 15. As of January 2026, who is the Prime Minister of Canada? Mark Carney. Not quite as dreamy as Justin Trudeau, but still far more dreamy than Donald. Question 16. What is the collective noun for a group of porcupines? A prickle of porcupines. Question 17. What are the 4 disciplines for women's Olympic artistic gymnastics? Just going to repeat that question. What are the 4 disciplines for women's Olympic artistic gymnastics? Lots of important words that are easy to miss in that one. Three, 2, 1. The answers there are vault, uneven bars, beam, and floor. Give yourself half a point if you got 3 out of 4. Whenever the Olympics is on, I seriously love the rhythmic gymnastics though. It's basically just watching people do sick tricks with ribbons and balls. It's the best. Question 18. What is widely considered to be the most dangerous species of bear? Well, not including the deadly drop bear, it is the polar bear. It's unfair to have the most dangerous ones also look like the cute, cuddly ones. Question 19. The company Mozilla makes which popular internet browser? Mozilla makes Firefox, and look, as long as you're not using Microsoft Edge, you're probably fine. Finally, question 20. In which continent would you find the country Morocco? Morocco is in Africa. All right, that's question round 2 wrapped up. Did you get my fake fact? No, Mercury did not pass between the Earth and the Moon. Make sure you gave yourself 5 points if you picked up on that ridiculous thing. Coming up in a moment, we have another bonus round. It is Opposite Day this week. See you in a second for that. We're back, and it's time for... Actually, not a hard question, because... maths wasn't mathsing if I had 3 hard questions, and it wasn't going to add up to 100, and the number 100 is integral to this show. We're going straight to the second bonus round. This bonus round is Opposite Day. In this game, I'm going to give you a phrase of some sort, and each word is going to be the opposite of what it should be. An example that I've used before is, if I was trying to say Breaking Bad, I would say fixing good, with the opposite of breaking being fixing and the opposite of bad being good. Your job is just to work out what phrase I am saying the opposite of. Remember, each word is oppositized, not just the whole phrase. You get 1 point for every one that you get correct. This week, all of the things that I've oppositized, which I'm sure is not a word, are expressions. So your job is to tell me the expression that I'm saying where every word has been turned into the opposite. Opposite day. Not starting now. Question 1. Worse early than always. Worse early than always. That one is better late than never. With worse being the opposite of better, early being the opposite of late, then doesn't really has an opposite, and never being the opposite of always. Number 2, genius isn't misery. Genius isn't misery. That one is ignorance is bliss. Genius isn't misery. Probably also true. Who knows? Not me. Number 3. Crying is the worst poison. Crying is the worst poison. That one is laughter is the best medicine. I reckon if you said any of these phrases quickly and no one was thinking too hard about what you said, you could probably get away with it. Imagine consoling your crying friend by just being like, "Ah, mate, crying is the worst poison." If they don't think too hard about it, what you've said, it could kind of work. Number 4, worse unsafe than thankful. Worse unsafe than thankful. That one is better safe than sorry. It's another one that you could say quickly. Come on, mate. Worse unsafe than thankful. I don't reckon people would pick you up on it. Someone try it. Last one, number 5. I can lose my broccoli and regurgitate it too. I can lose my broccoli and regurgitate it too. That one was, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I can lose my broccoli and regurgitate it too. Very true. The opposite of cake was hard, but broccoli is as close as you can get, surely. Okay, that means we're 2/3 of the way there. Since it's the 100th episode, I thought I would talk about some of the regular listeners who have made it feel like I'm not just reading trivia questions alone in my spare bedroom. Tarotwood propagators have been so consistent sending in their scores that I feel like I can tell when one of them is away from work just by their score for the week. Their rivals, the graphic department, who never actually asked for a rivalry but got one anyway, have been another group that are always sending in their scores, which I love. Erin and Christian are probably the only team that is legitimately within striking distance of 35 points. Rick and Nadia always send in their scores with a hand-drawn spreadsheet with illustrations each week. Christy and Kuma take it out on me with personal attacks when they don't know the answer to a question. Laura may be the only person who enjoys over 30% of my jokes. Steph is always giving me ideas for games and questions. I'm pretty sure Pat will call me every time he scores over 20 points. The Covina Yappers are always fun to hear from. Ran was the OG champ of the show. The list goes on. Anyway, thanks to those people who are sending in their scores. On to question round number 3. The game we're playing throughout this round is Taboo. In this game, I'm going to give you a word that becomes the worst swear word imaginable. Worse than the F-bomb, worse than the C-bomb. Even if you're alone in your bedroom, you wouldn't whisper it to yourself just to test it. It's a disgusting, horrible swear word. If you say the word even once throughout the question round, you get no points for the bonus round. But if you can make it all the way through the question round without saying the word, you get 5 points. If the word has multiple meanings or something, all meanings of the word count. If it's pronounced the way the word is, that counts as the word. That's a way I can kind of trick you. The taboo word today is the word king, as in a king and queen. And I like to bleep it out for this game. You can bleep it out or you can just stay silent, up to you. So, remember, you can't say the word king. It is the worst swear word imaginable in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. What person is most commonly referred to by the initials MLK? MLK. That is Martin Luther Beep Jr. Oh, if you just got out in the first question, shame on you. We just finished talking about it. Come on. Question 2. In which Disney movie would you find the song Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That is from Lion Beep. Ooh, did you let your guard down? Because surely he wouldn't do 2 in a row. No? Whatever, I'll get you next question. Question 3. How many cards are you dealt in a game of Texas Hold'em? These are the cards in your hand, not the cards in the middle. You are dealt 2 cards. Question 4. Who won the 2026 African Cup of Nations? Senegal. As long as it wasn't Morocco, I was happy. They were so dodgy to Tanzania in their game. Question 5. What does the word archaic mean? Archaic. A-R-C-H-A-I-C. Archaic means very old-fashioned or ancient. Not exactly what I thought, actually. Question 6. Who wrote the 1996 book The Green Mile? It was Stephen Beep. You better not have said the word. This is a family-friendly show. Question 7. Moose have a body part often referred to as a bell. Where would you find this body part? It is hanging from its neck. It's like a little sack. A bell sack. Question 8. Indonesia shares a land border with one other country. What country is it? It is Papua New Guinea. Question 9. Which planet in our solar system rotates on its side, making its seasons extreme? That is Uranus. Haha, Uranus has extreme seasons. Uranus gets so hot in summer. Uranus is sideways. Uranus is blue. Question 10. In the movie Johnny English, Johnny is trying to prevent the theft of which items? The Crown Jewels, another movie I was watching as I wrote the questions. It's so good. Question 11. Which worldwide fast food restaurant is known in Australia as Hungry Jack's? Burger beep. Question 12. A black widow is a breed of which animal? A black widow is a spider. Question 13. Which international organisation was founded in 1945? The United Nations. The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank were also formed this year, so if you're a smartass and you said one of them, you can have the point. Question 14. Which country hosts Songkran, a massive multi-day water fight? Thailand. Researching this question was the first I've ever heard of this, and I instantly want to go to this more than anything in the world. Question 15. Finish the lyric. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart, got lost in the game. Oh baby, baby, oops, you think I'm in love. Not my best vocal performance. What comes next? It is That I'm Sent From Above. Man, that is not my song, is it? Question 16. In a 2025 viral video, a CEO was caught on the kiss cam having an affair with another lady. At which band's concert was this captured? Coldplay. Hey, let's go on a date where we won't see too many people because this is a secret cheating relationship. Where should we go? I know, a massive arena full of people. Question 17. Which 1933 film features a giant ape climbing the Empire State Building? That is Beep Kong. Did you say it? Absolutely disgusting language. If so, we're just trying to have fun. Question 18. Which country has the most sheep in the world? I'm shocked because it's not New Zealand. It's China. New Zealand is 14th. Must be so hard for New Zealanders to find a date. Question 19. In chess, which piece must be protected to avoid losing the game? The beep. I really tried to get some people on Taboo today. I know I should be feeling happy on episode 100, but I'm feeling more like I want to punish you all for listening to my show. Finally, question 20. Which baseball team won the 2025 World Series? That was the Dodgers. Go Dodgers! Okay, you can now say the word king. If you made it all the way through the question round without saying it, give yourself a really well-deserved 5 points. I think that's the hardest taboo I've ever done by far. Coming up in a moment, we have another stupidly hard trivia question. It's never been done two in one day. I don't know if I'll survive it. And the bonus round of the episode. And the last bonus round on episode 100 would have to be speed maths, wouldn't it? See you in a second for that. We're back. And it's time for the question so hard no one has ever read 2 of them in one day and survived to tell the tale. The really hard trivia question. Okay, I've got one more hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. If I got all playing cards with numbers on them in a standard deck and added them together, what number would I get? So I'll say it again. If I got all playing cards with numbers on them in a standard deck and added them together, what number would I get? I feel like time pressure here is the thing that makes it a bit hard, so I'm not giving you heaps of time, and you are definitely not allowed to pause to think about it. This is episode 100, as if I'm doing an easy hard question. 20 seconds on the clock. Ten seconds on the clock. Lock in an answer. 3, 2, 1. All right, that's your time. So, kings, jacks, queens, and aces do not have numbers on them, only letters. So, I need to add 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 together, which is 54. 54 times 4 is 216. Give yourself 5 points if you were doing speed maths even before the speed maths round. And that brings us to the bonus round of the episode. And this week, it is not speed maths. It is a surprise memory test. How good. You would think the thrill would wear off after lying to you guys like 10 times about this, but I think it only gets better. Had to do it, episode 100. In a surprise memory test, I'm going to ask you 5 questions about things that have already happened this episode. I've given you the answers today. All you need to do is remember them for 1 point per question. Feel like this surprise memory test is triple as hard because we've got an episode that's basically 3 times as long to remember. All right, get your memory hat on, if that's a thing. Surprise memory test starting now. Question 1. Which book inferior to the podcast has the same amount of words as the document I write Raw and Score episodes in? That was The Great Gatsby. Question 2. What 2 songs did I sing in Hearing Double? It was I'm Yours and I Want It That Way by Jason Mraz and the Backstreet Boys respectively. This is a memory test, so if you remembered the lyrics but forgot the song title, you can still have the point here. If you were thinking of the right song, have it. Question 3. What was the very first question of the show? Feels like months ago. The question was, what is Honda's most popular car? And the answer was the Civic. Question 4, what are the 3 games we played throughout the question rounds this episode? I am going to need the names of the games for this one because I have said them all. The 3 games we've played throughout the question rounds were Thematic 3, Fake Fact, and Taboo. Okay, and question 5, the last question of the 100-point spectacular. Let's see if you learnt something. What were the 2 answers to the 2 hard questions? One of them was like 10 seconds ago, come on. So the most recent one was 216, and the other one was the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. All right, that's it for the points. This 100th episode, 100-point spectacular. Thank you for sticking with me for more than 12 minutes. No one's ever had to do that before, you poor things. Don't forget, if you send me your scores and your names on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can find me, I will give you a shout out at the end of a show. This week, I've heard from Aaron and Christian, who have scored a 34. That is 1 point away from a perfect score. You guys are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how you do it. This could be your only chance to get 100 points, Aaron and Christian. God, imagine if you did it. I don't know what I'd even do. Tarawood Propagators scored a 27. The graphics department scored a 23, and Christy and Kuma scored a 20, and I owe Christy and Kuma something because I forgot to read out their scores last week. I'm a horrible quizard. I'm the worst person in the world, and to kind of make up for it, I will now pull out a nose hair, which I hate doing and makes me cry. Well, I don't know, it probably didn't sound that thrilling, but that did hurt. I'm sorry. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week for episode 101. Can't wait for the 1000th episode, 1000 Point Spectacular that goes for like 2 days. Bye-bye.